This one asks if I still have another job besides YouTube. Like, it's blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of failures. It is so hard not to get frustrated yourself, but I just remind myself, and if I still don't take care of that stuff, it's only gonna get worse. Or I have a lot of ideas that I'm trying to like really buckle down on. And this is actually sort of a crazy story. Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to part 2 of my Q&A. I'm so excited to do a part 2 at all. I was not expecting you guys to like that video as much as you did, so thank you so much to everyone who watched it and who enjoyed it. If you didn't see it, I'll link it below. I am going to answer questions in part 2 that I didn't get to in part 1. I asked for more questions, so I'm combining some of the most popular ones I didn't get to and some new ones, and we're gonna get through some laundry. I always tell you guys I'm a hand talker, and I feel like I need to be doing something instead of only talking to you because my hands will be here, there, and all over the place. So I love you guys like the house cleaning, the organization videos anyway. Figured you wouldn't mind. Plus, I've got to do this anyway. So hope you enjoy. Please like the video if you do. Please consider subscribing if you're new. I'd love to have you here, and let's get started. I'm going to apologize for the lighting, even though I know you guys will tell me it looks okay. I guess we're doing a nighttime vibe. It's 5:15 p.m. It's winter, so it gets dark so early. The first one asked what my ideal day is if you don't have any family or routine responsibilities. I think she means like family or work responsibilities. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and I'm like, what do I even say? And then it came to me, this is like the ideal scenario for me is we're on vacation and we're by the pool. It's nice weather. We order food by the pool. That is like so random, but that is my ultimate. I absolutely love to stay at hotels and lay by the pool and get food by the pool. I love everything about that, like fish tacos or chips and guac. And it's sunny and it's not too hot and there's a slight breeze and you're not self-conscious in your bathing suit because you don't know a single person there. Like, I love everything about that, having Chad there, having Forrest there. He can nap by the pool if he will nap, and then we can just relax. We can take him in the water. I love everything about that. I didn't even fold anything yet. This one asked if I still have another job besides YouTube, and many of you know I do not have another job besides YouTube. YouTube and Instagram is my full-time job. The best and the not so best part of YouTube as a job. So I think the best part is just the freedom that comes along with it. I don't have a boss. I'm able to do what I want to do. I'm able to have my own schedule, which as a mom to a toddler is so important. And I just, hopefully I never have to go back to like a regular style job, you know, working for someone else. But I mean, I feel so lucky that I don't have like a set schedule. I'm able to flip things around based on Chad's schedule or if Forrest is sick or family stuff, you know, because I just feel like that constantly saves us time and time again. Like I was saying to Chad the other day, what do people do who have a toddler who's sick and they both have to go to work and they don't have family close by? I feel like that's such a huge reason that so many people are a one-income family, because with small kids, like, you have to have a plan B. Oh, and then the not so best part, I love how she said the not so best part instead of the worst part of YouTube as a job. I would just say that there's no guarantees and there's no handbook of how to do this, you know, like it's blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of failures, you know. Sometimes I'll film a video that I love and I think it's so good and I'm so excited and nobody watches it. And it could be that people didn't find it interesting. It could be that it just wasn't, you know, suggested within the algorithm. So some days or some weeks it's really easy and I'm like, man, I can do this. And then it's just an off day. Or like if you're having a stressful day, then you don't really want to film because I don't want to like have a bad attitude, you know. So I don't know. I do feel like the negatives though, like they're very first world problems, because I always say to you guys when I talk about how this is my job, like I'm not the kind of person who, I went to high school and then I did YouTube. Like I've worked, you know, and I've had so many jobs that just were not the best. And I've worked with, you know, some really good friends who I still talk to several years later. And I've worked with people who are like some of the meanest people I've ever met, you know? So I feel like any of the problems that I've had with YouTube are so small compared to like a regular job. Do I have extensions? Yes, absolutely. I feel like I used to talk about extensions all the time, and then I feel like I was constantly saying the same thing, so I was just like, all right, I need to move on to another topic. But yes, I do have extensions. They're the permanent kind, and actually I just realized I need to make a hair appointment. because the hair that I have is pretty old at this point and thin, and I just need some new hair, you know. I have, what's it called, hand tied extensions, that's what it's called. So it's basically like the beads. There's a lot of different kinds of hair extensions, and one kind has these beads, and then they sew the hair wefts onto the beads, and then every several weeks they slide them up, and I love them. They are expensive though. I do feel kind of guilty about hair extensions every once in a while. If you're someone who's like super new to it and you just want to try it out, the Luxie hair extensions, it's just like the hair clip style. I love those. I think they're such a good hair extension for the money, especially because they come with so much hair that I never even wore a full set, and I wore those hair extensions for like 5 years, 6 years. The seamless ones, they have a few different kinds. The seamless ones are super duper thin at the top, so they're really comfortable. I think those are so great. I've worn a ton of different hair colors of those too. The thing with the hand tied extensions that are like sewn into my head is I can throw my hair up, and with the hairstyle or with the hair clip ones, you have to put them the direction that the hair is going. So these ones, I don't have to like put them in and out in the morning. I can't do that even if I wanted to. And then I can also put my hair up in a ponytail. I can wear it down, and it always just like folds the way that I need it to. So I love them so much. It's one of the splurge things for me, I guess I'll say. How do I handle temper tantrums? So we are just starting to get into temper tantrums. Forrest has only really like lost it a couple of times, and it is so hard not to get frustrated yourself, but I just remind myself like what I would need if I were him, you know. So I just stay calm, and like I try to breathe so he will start to breathe how I breathe, kind of thing, or at least that's how I hope it will go. I try not to get frustrated. Of course, we all have our moments where it's just like we need to get in the car, we need to go, but for the most part I try and just be calm. And just some temper tantrums, he just needs me, or he needs Chad, and he just needs us to like pick him up and soothe him, and sometimes he just needs to cry for a couple of minutes, you know. So I don't think there is like one method for every temper tantrum. I think the overall of just how you act is the most important. Videos I miss filming and would like to film more of. I'm holding Chad's underwear. I feel like who cares about boxers? I didn't bring any of mine, you know, but it's like short. So anyways, hopefully that's not weird. Videos I miss filming and would like to film more of are definitely the Amazon videos. I love Amazon videos. I just don't do a whole lot of sit down videos. I don't know what else. I used to film, and I don't really film anymore. I feel like it was just a lot of sit down videos, but I also feel like sit down videos are kind of a thing of the past. Like people don't really film them anymore or watch them that much anymore. Like the monthly favorites videos a couple years ago, for a long time, that was a big thing. Or product empty videos, products I've used up. That used to be a big thing too, but I don't know. I feel like those are kind of outdated videos, especially with reviews these days. Like people just read product reviews instead of sitting down and watching a video on a bunch of products they don't even know what they're going to be, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Let me know if there's like a style of video that you guys would like to see from me. Sometimes the routine videos, and I do those every now and again, but I also feel like people don't really watch my routine videos that much, so I don't know. Let me know. I kind of want to do a night routine one since I started working out and my hair routine is different and all of that. I kind of want to do an updated one for my night routine. Let me know if you would find that interesting, if you would watch it. What kind of cleaner I like to use on bath toys? I feel like I might have talked about cleaning products in part 1, so I'll just touch on this real quick. But I typically opt for like more natural option in Forrest tub with his bath toys and his tub and bathroom in general. And I wouldn't say there's like one brand that I recommend over every other brand. I just started trying out the Branch Basics brand, which I really like. I just started trying out Aunt Fanny's, which I really like. I'm always looking for something new, and I started sharing favorite cleaning products on Instagram Reels, like 5 products you need to try. I only have one up so far, but I have been trying to film another one, so follow me on Instagram if you're not, if you like really quick product favorites. See, like that's the thing too. I just talked about product favorites on YouTube, but I feel like just super quick is a lot more interesting than a whole video, so that's why I started doing product favorites on Reels. How do you feel motivated when you really don't want to clean or organize? So I relate to this so much. Obviously I do a ton of cleaning and organizing on my channel. And if it needs to be done and I really don't want to do it, the fact that there's just stuff everywhere, and if I still don't take care of that stuff, it's only going to get worse. That is like the biggest motivator for me. Like, if you really don't want to do this now, you're really not going to want to do this later. So, but some days, like, that's the thing too, the house is not always perfect by any means, especially with a toddler. I would say with a baby it was like 30, is this inside out or not? Yes, it is. With a baby, it's like 30 times easier for you to keep your house clean because they don't throw stuff everywhere. Forrest, I'm not kidding you, like anything he plays with, he wants to just throw it everywhere. He would rather throw things and watch them fly everywhere than actually play with them. So it always stops filming in these sit-down videos because I'm just talking too much. So how are you so optimistic all the time? A lot of you guys tell me I'm very optimistic, and thank you so much for that. I do try and be positive and optimistic, and not in like a flowers and butterfly sort of way, like everything's great, everything's perfect. But at the same time, if I sit and complain about things, that is not going to fix anything, that's not going to solve anything, that's not going to make anything better. Of course, we all have days where we want to complain extra, or, you know, we all have just really bad days sometimes, but I try and remind myself that things could always be worse. Things certainly have been worse, and I'm so lucky that I have my home and I have my family and I have my job, and things could be worse. Things have been worse. I know I just said that, but I don't know what else to say. Like, if I sit and complain about things, it's not going to make anything better. It's not going to solve the problem. If anything, I'm just prolonging it. So I like to suck it up, figure it out, and move on with my life. How do you commit to one color theme throughout your whole house? I'm so indecisive. I was glad I got this question because I love home decor, I love decorating, and I just remembered when I was in, I think 11th grade, I got second place in a competition, like a statewide competition for interior design, and my teacher told me I should go to college for interior design, and it'd be a huge mistake if I didn't, and I didn't. I went to college for fashion design. So hopefully one day I can have like a home decor line or something that has to do with home decor. I have a lot of ideas that I'm trying to like really buckle down on as far as that. And let's get back to the question, Alex. Okay, so how do you commit to one color theme throughout your whole house? I'm so indecisive. If you like a lot of color themes, I think you should go for a very neutral color palette and then switch stuff out seasonally. So like in the fall, you could have red pillow, like a burgundy red and the mustard tones. And then in the winter, it could be super traditional for Christmas. It could be like what I like, a winter wonderland with the silvers and blues. In the spring, you can still add your florals. In the fall, you can still add fall colors, pumpkins and whatnot, and just switch out smaller decor items instead of like furniture, you know what I mean? Like, I think almost everybody should have a neutral couch in their living room just because it's so hard. Like, if you're gonna do something bold, you kind of have to follow through here and there. Of course, the couch can be a statement piece, but it's risky and you might get sick of it unless you really love bold. So I would just say have a fairly neutral color palette with your house. If you really want like a pop of color on walls, why don't you try a bathroom? A bathroom is smaller, it's easier to change the paint color if you decide you really hate it, but I wouldn't go super bold in your living room or your bedroom if you're that indecisive. I would just switch out pillows, switch out wall art here and there. And it doesn't all have to be super expensive. Like, I know Walmart has such cute throw pillows for $10-15. You can definitely get those a couple times a year and just save them and reuse them every year and add one or two if you really want to change it like I do. Wall art you can get really inexpensive at Home Goods. Sometimes hit or miss, definitely at home. Sometimes online. I do feel like wall art is cheaper in person than online a lot of the times. So yes, hopefully that answered your question and you found it helpful. Okay, we will do one more question. I have no idea how long this is. What kind of car do you drive and how did you find it? I think this is because I did sort of talk about this when I got it. So I've had my car for a year. It is a Lincoln Navigator Black Label Yacht Club Edition. I never really like to say that just because it sounds so bougie and like extra. That just means the interior is blue with white and I absolutely love it. Like, I love blue and white, as you guys know. So to find a car like that, I was so excited. and it's really big. It fits all of our stuff. It's like a big SUV. I don't have, is it called extended version? If it's extra long in the back, it's like the normal size one. And I absolutely love everything about this car. How did I find it? I found it online, and this is actually sort of a crazy story. We had it shipped here because it was at a dealership, I think like right outside of Charlotte. Is that in North Carolina and not South Carolina? I hope I'm right. Charlotte, South Carolina? I don't know. In one of the Carolinas outside of Charlotte. And they actually shipped it to us because, you know, it was really far to drive, and we were thinking like, should Chad fly there and drive it back? But then I was worried about him driving it back that far by himself in the winter, and with Forrest, of course, he was like even younger. We didn't want to bring him, so it just made the most sense. And it was actually way cheaper than I thought it would be. It was so much cheaper than flying and like paying for gas and all of that. Okay, so I actually never saw it in person when I bought it, which is pretty crazy, but it was from a dealership, not like an independent seller. I don't think that really matters so much, but you know, something happened. There was like a lot of people involved and not just one person. And it arrived exactly how they said it was. Really, really, really good condition. It had never seen winter before, or snow, I should say, before. And I lucked out this way. So the person who had all the paperwork, it had to be like a notary person who can authorize a signature or whatever. They had to be the person with the paperwork, and someone else was bringing the car, and the car actually arrived a couple hours before the person with the paperwork. So like, say it arrived and it was horrible condition or something was wrong, then I had the option to just say like, I don't want this car, it's not how it was supposed to be or something. But it arrived, it was exactly what I wanted, exactly how it was supposed to be. The person came, I signed the paperwork, and that was it. So I never had to even go to a car dealership, and I'm lucky that worked out. But it did work out, and it was so much easier than I thought it would. And yeah, I don't know if I could say I would recommend that, because it can definitely be a little bit risky, but it did work out in my case. I don't think I put any more questions in my phone, so I hope this is long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always feel like I'm just rattling off randomness in these Q&As, so I hope I made sense. Thank you so much for watching. I can't believe I got through literally everything except a sweatshirt. So yes, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see in my next video. I do plan to do a do-it-all soon. I know you guys like the last one. I love do-it-all videos. I hope we can make that like a thing that lasts a long time, because they're just so fun. I love to combine the cleaning, the organizing, the life, the cooking, the eating, all the things. So yes, thank you for being here. Please like, please subscribe. Check out the links below, and I will see you right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye!